James, one of your most popular statements is that this world is a benign place. And I really wonder how does it correlate with the common perception of the world as an evil and an evil place?
Yeah.
How does it go together? Benign world or evil world? What is true? Can you elaborate? Can you enlighten us?
Yeah, I think I can. No, again, this is another apparent paradox or an apparent contradiction. Is the world evil or is the world good? No, the world is non-dual. There's only one reality here.
Mm-hmm.
And it's neither good nor bad. It's neither evil nor good. It's just existence, awareness, consciousness. It's a positive presence. And it doesn't have any, presence is a bad word when we talk about non-dual reality, but it's just a positive energy or positive existence or positive consciousness that's here expressing in all these different names and forms.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? Now, this consciousness existence is beyond good and evil.
Mm-hmm.
Good and evil, how do we get good and evil? We get good and evil by what? Because of there's some power in us that takes the world to be what? A duality.
Mm-hmm.
And we define, and so it's ignorance of this positive spiritual reality that's creating the idea of good and evil. Now, good and evil are totally relative to what? To the point of view of the individual person.
Yeah.
What's good for me may be evil for you. What's good for me may be evil for you.
Yeah, what you perceive as a correct way of behaving might, from me, from a different country, be something, well, discussable.
Yeah. So exactly. So once you understand who you are, that you are non-dual awareness, consciousness, existence, right?
Your perception changes.
Then your perception changes and you see that I am prior to this judgment
Mm-hmm.
about the world. Now, evil generally for people, and it's different for everybody for this reason. Good is what conforms to your likes and your dislikes,
Mm-hmm.
and evil is what contradicts your life and dislikes.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm? So it's good, and so if I like one thing, and that thing happens to me or appears in my environment, I say it's good.
Mm-hmm.
But if it's a dislike for you, it becomes evil.
Yeah.
So good and evil are simply relative terms, and you don't have one without the other.
Right.
Right?
It's just the nature of how the world
It's just
works.
the nature of duality.
The nature of duality, the idea that you are separate from me,
That's right, and that good.
or
but,
you are separate from us.
I often use the example of twilight, not light and darkness. There are just various degrees of good and evil, because what's good on one side of the scale is what totally evil on the other, and there's always this mixture of what light and darkness operating here. So in the middle, there's a completely morally ambiguous problem, because good and evil are side by side. That's why they say, life is shades of gray.
Mm-hmm.
And that's absolutely true. And so we say, well, you need to be able to discriminate not good from evil, but discriminate yourself from good and evil.
Mm-hmm.
So you have some perspective on both of them, and you can are no longer troubled by how to react or how to behave in this world.
Yeah.
So it's ignorance of who you are that's causing the idea of good and evil,
Mm-hmm.
not the fact that because reality is value neutral.
Yeah.
Is it evil for a lion to eat a buffalo? Is that evil? Is it evil for a crocodile to eat a buffalo?
Yeah. Or even more harsh statements. Is it evil that a tsunami kills thousands of people?
Yeah, is that evil? Well,
Or is it evil that the climate is changing?
is that evil?
I mean,
Well, yes it is, and no it isn't.
Yeah.
Right? There's a reason for everything here.
Mm.
And good and evil working side by side all the time here.
Yeah. It's just
So-
the nature of the world, of nature. The nature of nature.
The nature of duality. It's the nature of Maya
Duality.
or duality.
Right.
But in fact, in the Bhagavad Gita, this is a question that Arjuna asked Krishna, the student asked the teacher there. Comes at a big emotional crisis and doesn't want to injure anybody.
Mm-hmm.
He's a warrior, and he's a general and a warrior, and he's leading an army, and he's going to be forced to kill people, and he himself may die. He's not really worried about his own death.
Mm-hmm.
He just doesn't want to injure or hurt other people, and he's stuck. He just comes to a complete stop. He doesn't know what to do. Should I do my duty and go ahead and the result's going to be destruction, or should I not do my duty and leave the whole thing, and then the situation won't resolve? The war's going to continue anyway. What should I do?
Mm-hmm.
And the teacher doesn't answer him in terms of that. He does tell him he should do his duty, but he tries to explain to him what's beyond good and evil, to give him a perspective of the big picture. Because if you look at it from the big picture, the good's good, and evil's good, and the good's bad, and the bad's good.
Yeah.
Understand? So there's no actual difference between good and evil. It all depends upon your conditioning, on your perception.
Yeah.
And that depends upon what you know. If you know the self, you're fine. And you can live in a morally ambiguous world.
Yeah.
Without being all disturbed.
So no worries about the presidential campaign.
Absolutely, absolutely. If Donald Trump gets in, or Hillary gets in, or somebody else gets in, who knows? Who cares, really? It's just the eternal play of duality here in this world of apparent darkness.
Yeah. Of apparent death.
Apparent death and change and so forth and so on.
All right.
Okay.
You hit the point. Great.